Alrighty, we're back. It has been a while. I created quite a bit of backlog of playing Dark Souls 2 after the first bit of DLC came out, so I've been slowly putting those together and putting them up on the net.
Bearer of...
And so much so that a month has passed, and now we're almost ready for another episode of DLC to come out. So, where are we now? I'm still unsure about this build, but I know that you can never go wrong with a little bit more HP. So I think that's where we're going to sink a good portion of our points for now. And some more stamina too, because why not? There's a few things I want to check out before keep going towards the Old Iron King. That is going to be our next objective, because he is the boss standing in the way of the next bit of downloadable content. The first thing, though, I wanted to check to see if there was a catalyst that I might have missed. I was talking before during one of my mini fights with the Smelter Demon that a better catalyst, whether just upgraded basic or say another one to be found, might help to make the bolts do a little bit more damage. Looks like that, yeah, I have not even bothered to come down here. So, if I'm not mistaken, it should be this chest. Give us the Priest Chime. We are using Cleric Sacred Chime, which is B ranking in Lightning, compared to Priest Chime, which is an A ranking. So I get 5 more whole points, but the cast speed down? Huh, cast slower. I guess. Well, I'm gonna try that. We're gonna put, do we have any actual Titanite that we can spare? I know I can go buy some if I wanted to. We have some bolt stones, we could infuse it, and we've got some large shards, so the other chimes that are better than the Priest Chime are a little bit ways off. I think there's potential for one in the Brotherhood of Blood, and we're not really messing with that right now. And if I go get Havel's armor, it's the Witch Tree Belvine, if I'm not mistaken. So those are all possibilities, but this one was easy enough to access.
You've been long away. What would you like? Well...
So he still has some small shards, so it's, I think it's 6, isn't it, for
Visit me again.
the first 3 levels?
Huh?
Reinforce. Huh, I do have some chunks too. I haven't gone so far as to spend those yet. Muy interesante. I'm still not sure about the chunks yet. I'm gonna hold on to those.
I'll be around.
Now, Mag Adjust on this is plus 110, 152, so that might put some damage behind it. And then the last step is to go see Duff and put Lightning Infusion on, and that should give us something. I hope, anyways. Even, like I said, I've played through the DLC. And past the dragon even on a Hex character, and even her stuff was like upgraded at the very least. So it was an oversight. Infuse. There we go. Something that might have helped and might have gotten me to stop belly aching. And that's gonna raise it up about 22 points. Sure. I mean, what do I got to lose?
Flame.
So the damage, a little bit better. But still, the thing that ticks me off the most probably is still just the number of uses that I get now. And I have to get so much more attunement than I'm used to. Like 20 was always a good sweet spot for me. So I felt like it was just enough of an investment to be able to have a nice variety of spells. But whatever, enough belly aching, like I said. Back to Iron Keep. We'll see how far we can get. With any luck, we'll be able to get to the Iron King. There's a few little traps along the way that can be kind of difficult, but I think it's pretty straightforward otherwise. Okay, armor dude. That was decent. Lower stamina. So, I think these actually drop out. Okay. So if I go too far ahead, yeah, well, okay. Feeling a lot better now. See if anybody wants to actually help me. Help me get back into the swing of things. Ah, that's where. Okay. Oh, hell. Ouch. That's all my stamina. God, yeah, Bash, still so damn good. I'm getting, like, PTSD from Jester Thomas. Question right now is, do I attempt for the tower and the bonfire up there or not? I'm gonna say probably not, just because I don't even... I just know that I am not in a good place in terms of handling some PvP. I have not played the game for a month, more or less. Like vacation, school starting back up, and all that jazz. I am easy prey right now for some PvP, so I probably should avoid it. Took me a while to figure out exactly what the conditions were for getting these to go down. Now I just got worried about getting shot. Let's see. And I think the platform needs to be down to use that chest up there. It is the first there is an iron chest up there, and it is the first mimic that uses the iron chest as its form, which got me the first time, because I always assumed, hey, you know, iron chests, they wouldn't do that. They're not that dickish, right? Okay. Monastery charm. Let's see. Here, there is that guy. Get him down so he won't. Okay. Then we're going this way. Okay, this hallway, I'm trying to remember the best way to deal with it. Mainly the blade at the end is the trap. There is another turtle at the back here, and okay. That blade is timed and will actually come back down. I'm gonna go ahead and take the hit. I think I can handle it. Maybe not. So if you try to retreat, you'll have your back to the wall there. Fast enough, you can get behind the blade, and then he'll be stuck there, and essentially you'll have free reign to pelt with ranged attacks. That's another way to die pretty quick. This room kind of baffles me a little bit. In New Game Plus, I think there are more phantoms, maybe? Okay, ladder, here we go. Just the design of it is pretty strange. Come up here a little bit more, and this is also another case. A lot of people dying, I'm guessing from falling, maybe? Hard to say. Sure. Kill 3 people, why the hell not? And here we can turn off the fire. There's actually some interesting points of reference if we... I'm not gonna get to recharge my spells, unfortunately, so it's all about melee. Like, I think there are red phantoms here in New Game Plus. I haven't played enough of New Game Plus, in all honesty. And then the spikes on the wall here, just like I said, curious. This is always interesting to me. It's like this is a roof here, and you're gonna come down off of it, down into the lava, and turn back around. You have the Iron Bowl there, which is what you were looking out of. Supposed to be sort of, I think of it kind of in like the biblical sense of the golden calf, and sort of once again is the sort of arrogance of mankind more or less brings the kingdom into the lava. This guy is not that difficult, but he has a very low margin for error. There's a lot of ways to die very easily in the arena, and his attacks deal a ton of damage. They're pretty easy to dodge, but if you slip up once, you're probably going to die. Knowing my luck, especially looking at the last episode, it's either going to be the first time round or after many, many, many attempts. For one, like this hole right there, for example, right behind me, that has killed me and killed players more than I care to recollect. It's pretty embarrassing and kind of just an evil trick of the arena. This sword still does not seem that good, and I don't know why I decided to two-handed. I like the moveset a lot. Some people have claimed that it does do really good damage, but I don't know if don't have proper statistics for it or what. Close one. I don't know if I can just take these fire hits or not. Okay. This is gonna... What is this? Multiple fire hits. Just gonna let them do the job here. Fuck. Now I just need to manage to not die when... Ooh, weird graphical thing. So yay for Sunbros. Do I get 2 medals? No medals? Oh, is it if I get summoned in? I can't. Oh, let's see. I want to say it's dust. Yes, okay. And now supposedly this area has also been changed. Or maybe not. Maybe it's supposed to be at some point. They're gonna do the same thing with the Black Gulch that they did with this and essentially open it up some more. I don't know how much is left actually up there to explore. Take a look around real quick, just for the hell of it. Not that mountain. A tower, maybe. Like most of the stuff I've seen seems like it's pretty elevated up in the air, so... And that's the bell tower, right? Maybe behind the cap. Could be some time travel stuff too. Like, before the old Iron King became Icarus Earth, which is another name for the demon that we just fought. There's some weird stuff with translations and names or something like that from what I remember looking at. It was either a German spy or it was one of Marcus's videos, EMB, that talked about Shao Kahn will still call him Icarus Earth, for example. Another more text about great souls.
You are blessed with a myriad of souls, bearer of the curse. Make your way to the castle.
Okay. I didn't realize that was the last one we needed, but... So, let's see. I'm gonna burn this. Did I ever have another effigy? I don't... It's Twin Blade. Man, I'm trying to make sure I don't go too over time. Yeah, so that went like better than expected, and I think what we should probably do now. I need to go back and do Sin, but I think I want to start heading towards the castle. Yeah.
I'm glad to see you're well.
Anything I have that might be worth seeds and pyromancy? Not so much.
Be safe.
And the souls that I have now are not anything too special. How about my equipment? +3, +3, +4. I feel like I should probably go invest in my equipment a little bit. Let's spend half in stats.
There. See, lest the...
And then we'll do the other half into the equipment. Right now, more stamina. Let's say, why not? I seem to be fine with my equip load. This seems to be how much equipment I want to take. Sure, why not? Then we're gonna go buy some large shards from Macduff and make the Strike Blood stuff a little bit better. I figure we'll try to get a bonfire somewhere close inside of Dranklake Castle so that we can easily get back to the old Iron King, or that part, so that we can get to the DLC next week when it drops. I don't know how many episodes I'll do in between then. Dranklake Castle, a little bit of a gauntlet. I don't know how many I need to buy. Let's try 4. Force weapon and armor. I guess 2 more after that. I've probably been a little bit too focused on statistics when they make very small changes, whereas upgrading gear, more noticeable. So, let's see, we want to go Shaded Woods, Ruined Fork Road. Right? Maybe I went a little far. Because that takes us over to where it was Scorpius Nagiek, back in the valley. One of these routes, this one? Maybe, I think it's this one, actually goes towards a door that you need, the King Ring. I think this is the King Ring door. And I can't remember where this roundabout's to. Yeah. It's not an optional area? I don't know. I'm blanking on that one. I'm gonna like slap my head when I when I remember. That Tear Stone, I believe, is still Hyper Mode Ring, right? Just to look real quick. Seeing rings I don't recognize is weird. Oh, I'm still wearing a Flame Quartz ring, huh? Sunseal, Second Dragon, Chloranthe. Should put on something else that is also 0.2. What I really should do is go repair that Ring of Life Protection, but we're kind of gonna play it a little risky. More souls, maybe? Life regen ring? That doesn't seem like a good... I don't have any Ring of Iron defense either, that would have been better. What is my equip load? And it... That's Flynn's ring, yeah. Well, my stats and my stamina I don't believe are optimal for that. You need to have... what is it? Player statistics here. I am 1 point over the amount of endurance, plus the second dragon ring also contributes to decreasing Flynn's attack off of it. I imagine... Not wearing the Ring of Blades. I'm pretty sure I have Ring of Blades. Have I not fought the Pursuer? I am totally spacing out here. We're gonna put on Flynn's ring and just go at it here. It's a little more damage, so why not? Then it's straight ahead if it's not to the left. And this should take us to the Shrine of Winter. I've got another build that I've been working on. This is what I get for just like putting up a menu and walking around everywhere. I've been working on another build in the off time, and I have been playing this one. And it's I'm trying to base it around like Flynn's ring, attack rings, stuff like that. It's been interesting, less armor than I'm used to, just because, like I said, you want it to be optimal. You're gonna put on, you're gonna have something like either 14 endurance with no dragon's rings at all, or 9 with third dragon's ring. I think that's what people have calculated. There's also some other math to get like another extra point of damage out. But stack that with the Ring of Blades +2 or +3. There's a ring that I've missed in the DLC called the Lightning Clutch ring, which increases physical damage you take, but also increases the amount of lightning damage you deal. I believe, which for this build actually probably would be alright. Something I should consider. I don't even think you actually need to beat the Sin to get it, but I'm trying to remember how I got it for the first time. And there are clutch rings for other stuff, like there's in the codes for the DLC something like, I think Hellkite pulled out 12 different rings that haven't been used yet. It will probably be in future DLC. I don't know if this guy's armored or not. And if bash damage is what we want. 218. $295, so bash damage again today. I mean, and that's pretty sad right there when I think about all the points I put into dexterity, and the Puzzle Sword is still not beating out minimum strength requirements on this mace. Mace is too good. It is so good. Golden Falcon Shield. Doesn't this let you deflect spells? I can't remember. I think maybe it's just purely ornamental. Haven't tried any of these Sanctum crossbows yet. And was there an axe that I just got? I think there's supposed to be like a Faith Lightning axe type thing around here. Probably on the other shrine. Beside the shrine. So yeah, this is something... Shrine of Winter. In order to open it, you need either 1,000,000 souls, I've probably said this before, or the 4 boss souls. And this is also the apparatus that has appeared for the first DLC. We passed by it and warped us there. There's some speculation going on that after you get the 3 crowns, that this will activate a super secret 4th boss or something like that. There's other extra little things that have been added. Looking at the murals here, that dragon portrait very well could have something to do with Sin right there. But it's got something to do with dragons and people. Once again, the supposed other counter message that was that got rated to the undeath is the eternal life of the dragons, but that is, I mean, at least that is a popular reading anyway. So this has been noted before. The chosen undead, or the future sovereign's only downfall is a bit of rubble in the middle of the road, and it's silly that you need to go get them bosses and open up the shrine. They should have used something better. Hello, High Knight. Probably can just take this guy out pretty easily. I feel. Yeah, half his health. Say that. Yeah, not too bad. Lance or the spear? Lance. How big is the lance by comparison to a spear? I think it might be a misnomer. No? Hide lance is what I want, right? Pike is there. Here we go, hide lance. Yeah, it's a little bit bigger. It's been noted that the Lance subclass, which is kind of tough to find out, I think it got buffed, but it has a pretty cool moveset. It is another interesting variation for strength builds, which once again gives sort of strength builds much more power, I feel like, than it had in other previous Souls games. It's just like the easy advantage of being able to two-hand with no extra requirements and give yourself more damage on demand seems to be incredible when you compare to I need to get even more stat requirements to unlock the extra playstyle for dual wielding proper. So I think this was shown off at some point before, but if I'm not mistaken, when you are out here, your lightning defense is supposed to go way down, but it looks like I'm higher, and your fire defense is supposed to go up. At least that's how it is with the enemies. They're supposed to take more damage since it's all wet and rainy. Maybe that's just like a rumor or something. I can't remember. Because my lightning defense looks normal-ish. This one's an easy one to miss. I have missed it so often. Chunking slab is pretty good.
This castle is isolated. But nonetheless, you must forge on. To bring an end to your journey and mine.
Castle is isolated. It is in the middle of the mountains. We'll find out some more story stuff about that pretty soon. A lot of people die up here. Let's see. Still have binoculars, right? Ow. I guess not. But I also don't think I need them. Here we go. That should be enough. A little bit of AoE too, that's nice. Let's save the rest. Okay. Once again, another armored humanoid type enemy, and bash damage wins again. Just need to make a Hammer Brothers build or something at this point. This door took me a little bit of a trip to figure out what to do. It's not too bad. It's a shame that you have to use the mechanic of infinitely respawning enemies, though. And they're pretty aggressive. They follow you around corners. God, so much damage. That gives me the soul that I need right there. Some theories of Vendrick discovering the purpose of the soul and being able to utilize them in constructs. Like I said, a theory though, nothing explicitly stated. You'll find more structures like this in the castle, all facets. You're essentially, instead of undead utilizing them, it's a different option. It can be, the dead can be made useful in a different way. This one's an easy chest to miss. Another fire seed for pyromancers. Around the corner you find the area where enemies will infinitely respawn. It's not really worth messing around with. Here we have, what's his name?
Who are you?
Flaglik or something?
And by whose permission do you stand before me? This castle is the domain of King Vendrick. Is your trespass intentional? His Highness. Where has he gone? You are a guest of our castle.
Welgar.
I am the Chancellor, Belaga. Do you seek an audience with my lord? Unfortunately, His Highness is absent. My lord, the King, the Queen has taken him. My lord made magnificent findings on souls. An accomplishment for the ages. He vanquished 4 great ones and built this kingdom upon their souls. Our King has watched over this land since ages long ago. King Vendrick. We must fight back, or the giants will take Drangleic. The king had a dear queen, a woman of unparalleled beauty. Long ago, the queen came to us, alone, from a faraway land. She warned our lord of the looming threat across the seas, of the giants. The king crossed the ocean, and defeated the giants with the queen at his side. The king commandeered their power and created the golems. With the golems, the king created this castle to celebrate victory and to show his love, his gratitude to his queen. The queen brought peace to this land and to her king, a peace so deep it was like the dark. Is this some sort of a dream? Where am I? What has happened to our castle? Who are you? By whose permission do you stand before me? Welcome, visitor. Our guests are treated with honor. This is the way of our castle. Tell me if you should require anything.
Lots of story stuff there. I don't even really know where to start. He's got some stuff, I think, that I might have wanted to pick up. Like the lightning arrows probably would be handy. But I think I'm going to take a pass on them now. Lamberge and Lucerne. This one's on me.
Gone so soon? Be safe on your travels.
You know, first to start off, exactly who Velgar is kind of interesting. Besides being the attendant, the fact that he's obviously spectral in some nature, like he's a ghost or a shade, and he seems to be confused about the time, more or less, like the king still being around. This being the throne room gives you an idea of the sense of scale for Vendrick and for his queen. This is the first mention I can remember, really, of the queen being a major plot point. I remember being like, this is something I need to pay attention to now. when this story was mentioned. The power that Vendrick manages to steal from the giants is, in my mind, ambiguous. There's some stuff that suggests the kiln, the end of the game, is that, and that it's. I am unsure if the power is intentionally used to create golems. That seems to be the case. That's what we see outside, as far as I'm concerned. Those constructs are golems. They are made in the image of the giants, like the last giant that we fought. They utilize the souls, and it seems to, be some sort of form of power that has either been adapted and maybe even a desecration of what the giants intend to use it for. As far as I can tell for Velgar, he seems to think that it is still before the giants invaded, which we'll get to see some more parts of that in the story later. And this is the first time we see the suspicion, obviously, of the Queen and what role she plays in the story. But yeah, we get some info, to say the least. Quite a bit from there, almost an exposition dump in a manner of speaking. Oh god, 2 of them? Really? It's not going great. God, yeah, I'm playing sloppy today. Okay. So this was fun for me. Hopefully, either you've played through Dark Souls by now, or you're going to at some point. I did not realize that there was a bonfire on the other side of this door. I kept trying to go further into the castle, and let me tell you, going all the way back to Shaded Woods is not fun. So make sure you hit this bonfire. Next room up ahead can be pretty annoying if you don't do it right. In fact, I'm even just trying to remember the best method. I think you don't want to use the entire room, obviously, to fight, because then you're going to draw more of these stone knights. Once again, I don't think that... God, am I really just gonna... Yeah! Go me. Once you do manage to take out pairs of them, though, there'll be 1 left, as opposed to 2. I don't need to worry about going back to being alive quite yet, because there's nothing I really need summons for. I do have 12 human effigies. So keep that in mind, just like I said, for when DLC drops next week. I imagine I will burn through the majority of those on this character. Now let's go ahead and finish this. God, why can't I get that last hit in? That seems not right. Another thing is that the soldiers will be cautious to come all the way down the hallway. You can use that to your advantage and try to pace yourself out a little bit. If you are close enough, these doors, formed much like the golems themselves, get to use the souls to open up, and inside you will find more ruined sentinels. Granted, when you only have to face them 1 at a time, they're not nearly as bad as they are with as opposed to like 3 at a time, but you do need to be careful in this space because, well, there's so many other enemies just ready to start giving you what for. And I'm not even sure that the rooms that the sentinels come out of are safe to fight in. You could try. One of them I know holds another secret. Yeah, let's when all the doors are opened up with the Ruined Sentinels, you can actually draw them. It's like it's line of sight. So if you have two looking across from each other, you need to be careful because you get too close, you can draw them. I think that's the case. Okay. Other thing, let's see, 2,000 souls? Okay, so it's not really a huge deal if you manage to beat one by a door and not missing out on that much. Oh god. And trap myself here. That's what I need. I need more agility. Ah, wasn't close enough for the door there, so now I gotta... Okay, but there's enough enemies in here, and you don't have to get them all in the first go, so there's that consolation as well. I think that's probably what we'll spend the rest of the episode doing, is just clearing out these sentinels. Which door is that gonna do? Okay. So then I just kill this next one next to this door, and we'll be fine. I did enough damage in a short amount of time and staggered him. Unfortunately, I didn't make good use of that stagger time. What's this? All lockstone. Maybe we'll just do half. Well, let's go the whole room. Why not? Use the rest of it and mash on the trigger while we're all out of stamina. And that was not close enough to activate that golem. Yeah, sentinels I don't really actually have that much of a problem with. It's mainly these stone knights who just come out of nowhere and stun lock you. Weapon durability is another thing to obviously consider when you're doing all these guys back to back. That's the way forward. So now that it's open next time, we can, I think, just kill one set of stone knights and we'll be fine. So a few more ruined sentinels. I want to say one more treasure left in one of these rooms. Can't remember for sure. So we're just gonna check them all. Ruined Sentinels also, I believe, can drop their gear. Okay, I didn't kill close enough to the door. From these guys as well. Might only be on New Game Plus, so I'm, once again, fuzzy on it. I haven't really tried getting Sentinel gear. There we go. Didn't get the big golems in the back. All they do, though, is light up their torches, so not a huge loss. There we go. Wow. Decent damage. Can't remember sure if these guys will come all the way down the hallway. I'm gonna say no. Let's see what this is. Probably about to put the mace at risk. Master, yeah, no, that's worth getting. That essentially is Claymore 2.0 for this game. It's quite a bit heavier, but the damage is super solid. It is worth making a build around if you can get the gear to work with it. So you just think of it as versatile as the Claymore was from Dark Souls, but with a little more heft behind it. Not quite like Zweihander territory. There's much better scaling with the stats, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's mainly strength. But it's got really good reach. A really great moveset. Maybe that's what I should do, is just start... Oh no, not Steam Online mode. Reinvest some points and make a Mastodon build. We got the legs. Here... So it's magic. Royal Soldier Strength +1, so that's more equip load if you need it. And finally... This is where we get the Faram stuff. And this is the set that is pretty much synonymous with the like default hero stuff we see on the game. The sort of broken down shrine here, and once again we have Dark Diver.
Young undead, don't let this curse weigh upon you. We meet a second time. Perhaps you will yet traverse the dark. Young undead, if you truly seek the dark, then we will surely meet again.
I'm sure I've mentioned before that I have not yet beaten the extra boss that is part of that covenant there. It is a blindside in my playing of this game, along with a lot of New Game Plus. It's something I'd like to do someday. I'm more interested at the moment though to see how the DLC plays out. So we can go back to Majula real quick. I'm gonna spend a few souls, repair that ring. Probably just stay undead for a little while though. I might maybe find some time in the middle to help out a player, just get restored and save some humanity that way. Let's repair the ring first. But yeah, my plan probably is to get this uploaded and then wait until Tuesday for the DLC to hit.
I'll be around if you make it.
And then do another blind playthrough, because that seemed like it was frustrating in some ways, but still pretty fun.
Bear, see, lest.
End up going then again to the DLC with somebody who's a little bit higher level, and that obviously makes it a little bit easier by having the knowledge along with much better stats. I feel like I almost want to put stuff into strength now at this point. We'll stick with vigor. More health, I ain't never hurt no one. But yeah, that's gonna do it. Pretty successful episode, I'd say. I feel like we got a lot done, because I died, but yeah, I am pumped up for some more Dark Souls 2 content, so I will see you guys next time.